we're not gonna post this video and be like, oh, I just woke up out of bed, I have makeup on, and I totally sleep in these totally stylish clothes. So we are here, I don't know what I'm supposed to say, this is the daily vlog or something. We're in Red Rocks right now, there's snow on it, and so Gabi's gonna lead it all. And I'm just gonna stay here.
You're not gonna climb?
Maybe. I'm gonna like bundle up and like cheer you on.
I need one of those heater chalk bags.
What?
They have heater chalk bags.
I want one.
We finally made it to Red Rocks! We're freezing, so...
It's so cold. Oh, okay. Cool. You know what you did. It's like a quad. I gotta grind some coffee.
The things you do for freshly ground coffee.
It was cold, but as long as you stayed under the covers and like Jiraiya, Tati, and I took up probably the equivalent of a twin bed. So we are so squished together. My butt is really frozen. Hold my hands.
Doing some yoga practices. We are going to climb Civilization Crag.
I don't know how we're gonna climb. My hands are so cold.
She's wearing gloves.
I'm so cold.
Hopefully Tati and Jiraiya don't whine on the short 15-minute walk because it seems like they whine no matter what when we go hike or climb. Are you gonna whine?
Isabelle in the lead because I am terrified of snakes. And so it seemed I was leading and it seemed like that feeling that like, all right, it's quiet, there's no one around, the sun's out. You just know like a snake would be on the trail, warming and basking in the sun.
And for some reason, every time you're in the lead...
Oh my gosh, it happens to me so much. No one will see a snake when they're in the lead. I go in the lead and I see a snake. Okay, Tati. Of course, Tati chooses to bring a bucket and a shovel to the crag.
Hey, if you have a bucket, you gotta have a shovel. If you have a shovel, you gotta have a bucket.
But there's no sand here.
I know. I'm gonna pretend like I'm playing and I'm making food.
Oh. And just think, you could be sitting in a classroom today and instead learning about rocks, and instead you're learning how to climb them while carrying a bucket.
And a huge backpack that's carrying dry food and my food and 2 water bottles and Jiraiya's book and my book.
That's a lot. Oh, because you're going to read at the crag?
Yes, I can read. I feel like I'm 10 more pounds heavier. I got this thing.
Find a good handhold.
I'm good.
Okay, so if you don't rock climb, you're missing out on one of the most fun parts of living, is finding the route you want to climb, because it takes a lot of navigation skills sometimes just to find the crag that we're looking for. But then I'll show you, you get to the crag and there's tons of bolt lines and it's hard to find which is which. And of course we never have guidebooks because we're usually at a place just for a day or two. So here's Gabi. She's checking out the different warm-ups. Good warm-ups. I'll just stay on that the whole time. So since we've been back in San Diego, we've been climbing for about 2 months at Mesa Rim, our indoor climbing gym, and I don't know, I've had a lot on my plate. If you're a parent, you know it's hard to juggle everything. So I really haven't tried pushing myself or getting any better, but Gabi and Isabelle push themselves a lot in the gym. Their climbing's gone up a lot, and Gabi leads. So it's pretty cool. When we first came back, she was leading only 5'9", and she led 11B. an 11B before we left. So it's going to be exciting to see if those skills transfer over to the Crag or not. Now that we're outdoors, she's going to, before we would only lead like 5/8 and 5/9, but she's got a 5/10C, I think, or B that she wants to give a shot at. All right. Well, I guess it was good that you brought a bucket after all.
Yeah.
We're going to climb.
So we got a 5A minus, 8 plus, and then a 10A. The 8 minus looks really easy, but I figured we should probably warm up on it anyway. And this corner crag right here, this bolt line that comes on the edge, it's a 5/4. It looks super easy. I'm sure Isabelle could do it.
Yeah, maybe lead it? Maybe. This is a great climbing area because the kids have a huge area to play on. Views aren't too bad. Bare essentials if you're going to go start rock climbing, because we started actually outdoor rock climbing. We only recently tried indoor rock climbing. So you don't have to indoor rock climb in order to outdoor rock climb. In fact, in some ways it's almost easier outdoor, but you need a little bit of gear and a little bit of knowledge. So I'm going to show you the bare essentials of what you need for getting started outdoor rock climbing.
So you're going to need a harness and shoes, of course, climbing shoes. And then the most important is quick draws for sport climbing. You don't need to get into trad climbing right away, but to sport climb you need quick draws. That way as you're leading up the wall, you have something to protect you if you fall.
You need a chalk bag probably. I mean, you can do it without, depending on the rock. Then you're also going to need to be able to set rope at the top. So you'll have slings like this. And we also have a set of longer slings depending on, we can get into that later, but you need one set of slings. So you need 2 slings, and each sling needs a locking carabiner on each end. So 4 locking carabiners. And then you'll also want one of these, some form of personal anchor. I mean, there's many ways to get around this if you're trying to save money, but it's nice to have a personal anchor. I will say though, for the first 2 years of us climbing, we did not have personal anchors. We would just make a personal anchor out of our sling. And then helmets are nice too, although I'm going to tell you, we have never used our helmets. We should, but we haven't. And the last thing you need is a belay device with a locking carabiner. And if you really are interested, we have a whole video on getting started on our YouTube channel and a couple blog posts.
What are you free soloing, Tati?
This is a 12B.
A 12B?
This is El Capitan America.
El Capitan is in America.
Exactly, it's El Capitan America.
So that's what it's called, El Capitan America.
No, El Capitan America.
Okay, El Capitan America.
No, El Captain America.
Oh, the Captain America.
So we just did this super fun 10A, and now we're trying to get Isabelle to do the 10A because she can totally do it. We're trying to get her to lead it. Yeah. What do you think, Isabelle?
No comment.
She's got this. She's an amazing climber. She's never really led much, so that was her first 5/8, so now we're pushing her on to her first 10A lead. She's got this. There you go. Good job, Tati.
Woo! Since you said you tried to.
That was the best I've seen you guys ever behave.
Uh-oh. You
You set a new bar.
Yay!
Now we have higher expectations.
And you know what my mom said on the way back?
What?
Instead of $127, I might be able to buy $1.
Relevant, but okay.
Climbing. The kids were really, really good. I think it helped that we didn't climb too long. It was only about 3 hours. But this is what we do for lunch. When we finish climbing, we call it Greek goddess dressing. I make it ahead of time.
Call it green goddess. No, Trader Joe's calls it green goddess.
Trader Joe's calls it green goddess. And we basically copied as close as we could to the recipe and make almost a paste. And I throw in a tablespoon or so of that with a little apple cider vinegar and olive oil. And then we have our avocado dressing. And then we mix it with arugula.
And some more avocado.
More avocado and pine nuts, so it's really high in healthy fat. And do you want artichoke hearts? No? Okay. And that's how we do lunch after a day climbing.
Okay, so here we just got to St. George, and Mom just made us delicious food in the back of the RV when we were stopped. And so now we're driving, and she's just sitting back here, and I assume, oh, okay, she's like organizing something or something. And like, then I look back and she's actually...
So I'm doing dishes. I'm getting layer 1 off before we stop so I can wash layer 2 really fast, because we're about to go into, well, we hit Utah, and so we're going to hit freezing water. So I need to get all the dishes washed and our tanks empty because they're not winterized. And if I don't dump all of our water and poo and all that out of the holding tanks, our pipes will freeze tonight and breaks. We don't want that. So, getting the dishes done very quickly while we drive through St. George, and we're going to dump on the other side of St. George, and then we are good to go into Colorado.